Hi, it's Sanna here today. I thought I'd go through with you a layout process as I like to do it. And this layout will be for the Wild Hare kits. I'm going to be working with the August Deluxe kit, and my starting point very often is a white piece of cardstock, 12 by 12 this time, and I'm starting by adding some color onto the background, and I'm using the Marigold and Aquamarine Glimmer Mist tones. I just need to shake them a little bit before using, and I'm just going to add some color onto the background just by spraying it here. Let's go there. Let's put some here. And I'm just doing it very, very randomly, not paying attention to if the coverage is really good or not, because for this purpose it's not going to show that much, it's just going to show a little, so I thought this might be enough. And if I'm not happy with the result, I can always go and add some more, which I'm doing here right now. So like that, and let's leave that to dry for a while and then we'll continue. And now the color has dried out completely and it's much lighter in tone, as you can see hopefully on the video, and there's a really nice glimmer on the background everywhere. There's this golden mica powder in there, and this one has something, I think it's more silvery. And next I'm going to add some stenciling on top, and I'm using the Hare Arts shadow inks. This is a soft granite, it's a darkish gray that will dry out much lighter in tone, so I'm just going to go and add some detail here and there because I want some patterns to show from the background after adding the photos and the papers and embellishments. But you need to start somewhere, so let's start with the background work first. So I'm just adding randomly the triangles onto the background, applying them with the ink blending tool directly onto the paper. Just here and there, some detail. Some might not show at all, and some might be seen, and that's okay with me because I just want some tiny details here and there, not too much. Okay, that's it. Let's add one here. Okay, so this will dry when it's all dry. It's a much lighter tone, so it will basically fade a little bit more into the background. And this stencil is by EcoPart paper. It's called, let me check, Epic Triangles, and it's a really nice background pattern for the layout. I've gathered some ephemera and some papers already for my layout. I'm going to be using two photos. It's the same photo twice, once bigger and once smaller. And this is my family, and we were invited to a bad taste party, as you can see in the pictures. And I thought that would be a fun thing to scrap about. And I've also gathered together some of the Flower Market ephemera from the kit, from the August kit. And I'm also going to use, I've already prepared this die cut file, this cut file from the kit that came with the kit. So this is the August cut file, and I've added some patterned paper, and these are the 6x6 papers that were in the kit, the green one and the red one. These are by the Pink Fresh Studio, and also I've added this embroidery hoop paper inside the sun ray or the sun, and it says enjoy in there, and I thought it would add a fun detail to the page. And then I've already cut some Flower Market squares from, hold on, which paper was that? I'm going to show you the paper. So it's this one. I've cut away the strip underneath, but it's the one with the squares on it. And also this is from Maggie Holmes. This is the embossed paper that came with my kit, and I'm going to use this gold foiled 4, since we are a family of 4. It fits to the page. And then also again some ephemera I've gathered together, and I've also fussy cut one piece from this Pink Fresh Studio paper using as a cutting guide. This was the ephemera, and I've just cut this with the scissors in the same size because I think it goes well with the page. Oh, and this is the green paper I'm using behind the sun rays here. Also from Pink Fresh Studio. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to arrange the papers. And for adhering, I'm always using a liquid glue. Some people don't like using liquid ones. I prefer this one because once they stick to the page, they don't come off. And I hate it when I put it in the photo album, the finished layout, and months later, some tapes, double-sided tapes, are not that quite good quality, I've noticed, and at some point they don't hold to the, not everything stays on place, let's put it that way. But like I said, this is just my preference. If you are more if you like to use the double-sided adhesive, that's totally okay. I just prefer this one, that's why I'm using this one. And I usually do some pre-work when I do a layout, so hold on, I'm going to show you. This is what I did earlier before I had misted anything on the background. So I've pre-arranged everything on the page. And then I take a picture with my mobile phone, and I'm using this as a guide for arranging everything and adhering everything on place. And usually I still go and add some details onto the page, but this is the arrangement starting point, so to say. So that's what I start always with, and I'm just going to use it to help me arrange everything here. I might change a few things as I go, but we'll see. So I think this was somewhere here. I like the gold foil, the golden shine on that one. And as you can see, some of the misting is disappearing completely, also some of the stencil patterns, but I don't mind. I think it just adds to the interest of the page, and it doesn't have to show. Everything doesn't have to show always. So just bits and pieces here and there is totally fine. So that's what I'm going with. And this paper, usually when I'm misting it, it forms a little bit. It's not that smooth, but when you put this page into the photo album, with time it will smooth out again. So I don't mind that happening at all. So where did I put those? Hold on, I'm going to check my phone. Yeah, they were somewhere here. Poppies and fresh. These are just random details. These don't have to do with the page theme at all, but I just thought the patterns, the forms look really pleasing for the eye, so that's why I'm adding them there. And this will go more downward. Sorry, that's our bell. I think I need to stop now and go and open the door, and be right back with you. See you soon. Okay, so I'm back. I'm sorry it took a little bit longer than expected, and meanwhile it's gotten a little bit darker, so I've added some lighting. I hope you can still see everything well enough on the video. And now I'm just basically adhering everything on place. I just start and then continue until I'm done, and then I will be back, because it's boring, quite boring. It can be quite boring to watch somebody adhere pieces on paper. So see you in a minute. Okay, so I've adhered everything on place. Let me show you what I've done. So basically just paper layering here and there, adding bits and pieces on top of each other. Nothing really tricky about that. And then I thought, because this heart is looking a little bit empty, I'm going to add the word beauty from this Flower Market stamp set on top of that heart. So I'm going to stamp it with black stamping. And I really like these small sentiments that came with this stamp set. I'm totally in love with those because they are so great. They add so great details to layouts. Okay, so there we go. So there's now beauty standing in there. It's kind of ironic because we look nothing even close to being beautiful, but more like ugly. But that's the point of a bad taste party, isn't it? And we had been dressed up for that one on this particular photo, so that's why. And let me see if I can add something else here. Maybe the word lovely somewhere, because I could. I always like to add stamping here and there, so maybe sneaking the word lovely somewhere. Probably there. And let's see if there would be a spot for something else. Fresh from the garden doesn't fit on this. Enjoy. There's beauty all around. That would be fun, but I don't think it fits anywhere because it's a little bit too big. I could add a few hearts here and there just for a fun detail. Let's do that. Just random hearts. So I'm taking the small hearts, can you see those here? And probably this way around. So when I'm stamping, the smaller one is here. And then add some stamping here and there. I think that looks nice here. And maybe for this part, for the lower part, let's change the direction of these hearts. Let's put them there, and then one here, and maybe one here. I think this would be nicer this way again, so changing them as I go. And maybe add one more over here next to the beauty there. And I think I could even color them in with some markers. Let's see if we can do one more heart somewhere. Maybe no, I think I'm done. Okay, that's it. So I have this peach toned marker. This is by Stampin' Up. What's the color? Crisp Cantaloupe. And let's see if that shows on the paper. Yeah, so I'm just coloring the hearts in again. Did this on my first layout and really like this, the look it creates. So I'm coloring this in this tone, just to add some fun details here and there. And then we'll go for my title. I didn't have any alpha stickers on my kit, so I'm going to use some from my older stash. So these are not in the kit, but I've chosen the ones that I think fit the best. So I like to add some contrast in black always. So let's do a bad taste party title somewhere. I could do it like here and then there maybe. Let's see, let's start with D. So bad. These alphas are really quite old. These are from, I used to subscribe to Studio Calico years ago, and somewhere around 2010, and these must be from that time. So these are quite old already, but they go really well with the papers and with everything, with the colors. So I'm using them now. Bad taste. There's a fly going on all crazy around, flying around here. So if you see a fly going on circles here, I'm sorry. It's really warm today. We've had over 30 degrees, and the windows are open, so all the flies are coming in. Bad taste party. Bad taste. And these are like puffy alphas, and I like the size. I think they work really great with layouts. I'm a really big fan of stickers, and I have lots of them, and in general phrases and alphas and alpha stickers. Love to use them. Cannot have enough of those. Always buying more, even though I already have so many, but you know, there's always the new color that you like, or the new design or whatever, and then you just have to get them. It's like with stencils and stamps, that's the same. Bad taste party. I'm adhering the last word onto the photo because I think it would look silly if it was all the way down here, so that's why. And I ran out of T's, so I need to improvise. Let me see what I can create the T from. That's always, I find it really hard with the alphas because they're always not, some alphas you don't have enough of. I think I'm going to take an L and then just add that tiny bit there from another letter. Maybe just take a number, maybe, I don't know yet, or something. Let's take an I, or from here, no, let's take an I. That one might work the best. So I'm just adding a little bit of this one. Let's move the other one a little bit further away to make the T. And then we just have to improvise again if we don't have enough E's, later. Eyes, sorry, eyes. Okay, so that's it. That's the title. It's all there. Bad taste party. I think this is too long. I'm just going to adjust that a little bit. But basically that's the idea of my layout, and I might go and add a few stars from the Bramble Fox acrylic star selection, because these are so cool. I love these. Maybe some orange over there, and then something. Oh, let's put a white one. No, let's put another orange one here. Maybe we'll swap this bigger one there and the smaller one here. Let's see. And I could also add a pink one here, so then we have two here and one on the upper parts. Yeah, better this way. Okay. And I might add this tiny little heart just to go so that I have three hearts here. Yeah. One more there. I didn't like the look of it when there were just two, and then just put these stars here. So that's it. I'm going to adhere the stars and then fix that T because it's a little bit too long. And that's it. That's my second layout with the August kit, with lots of misting and stenciling and stamping and lots of ephemera. And then I'm going to add the journaling over here, which you will see on the finished layout then. I hope you enjoyed this process video. It was not that hard to do. And oh, and on this sunray I just basically added the pieces there and cut them into right size and glued them together with the cut file piece. So nothing special to that, just a little bit time consuming, but nothing else. Okay, that's it for this process, and then I'll add the finished photos of the finished layout at the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.